Hello everyone, this is Muhtashimur Rahman. I am here to talk about our first assignment of operating system. For this assignment, we have to review an article about the subject of mobile operating system. The article that we have chosen is a study on current mobile operating system, which was published in 2017 of May. In this article, there are some examples of operating system. For example, iOS, Android, Windows 10 Mobile, Tizen, Sailfish OS, Ubuntu Touch. Now I am going to discuss about the primary topics of our article. First of all, what is an operating system? A system software that manages computer hardware and software resources and provides common services for computer programs. An operating system can perform the following services for applications. It manages the sharing of internal memory among multiple applications. It handles input and output to and from attached hardware devices such as hard disks, printers, and dial-up ports. It sends messages to each application or interactive user about the status of operation and any errors that may have occurred. There are many operating systems that mentioned in our article. There are some operating systems example that I am going to discuss. First one is iOS. iOS is a mobile operating system created and developed by Apple exclusively for its hardware. It is the operating system that presently powers many of the company's mobile devices, including the iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch. It is the second most popular mobile operating system globally after Android. The second one is Android. Android is a mobile operating system developed by Google. It is based on a modified version of the Linux kernel and other open source software. It is designed primarily for touch-screen mobile devices such as smartphones and tablets. The third one is Windows 10. Windows 10 is a series of personal computer operating systems produced by Microsoft as part of its Windows NT family of operating systems. The summary of our article is most smartphones can run different versions of the operating systems they were made for, and in exceptional cases, they might even be able to run operating systems they were not made for. In general, however, an Android phone will only run a version of Android, while an iPhone will only run as an iOS version.
Hello, my name is Ghulam Asnain Soad and I am going to talk about the evolution of Windows operating system. The history of Windows. Windows operating system was announced by Bill Gates on November 10, 1983. Then later it was launched in 1985 by Microsoft, and since then it has been the most popular and user-friendly operating system. It was the first graphical user interface operating system launched by Microsoft for IBM compatible PCs which were using MS-DOS. The first Windows launched in 1985 was Windows 1.0. It required 256 KBs, two double-sided floppy disk drives, and a graphics adapter card. Advantages of Windows operating system. Ease of access. Microsoft Windows has made much advancements and changes which made it easy to use the operating system. Available softwares. Since there are more number of Microsoft users, there are more software programs, games, and utilities for Windows. Supports most hardware. All hardware manufacturers will support Microsoft Windows. Due to large number of Microsoft users and boarded drivers, all the hardware devices are supported. Front page extension. When using a popular web design program, having Windows hosting makes it a lot more easier. Development. If you plan to develop Windows-based applications, then Windows platform is most suggested. Disadvantages of Windows operating system. High price. Microsoft Windows is costly compared to other operating systems as each license costs between $50 to $100. Security threats. When compared to other operating systems, it is much more prone to viruses and other attacks. Reliability. It needs to be rebooted periodically as there is a possibility of hang-up of the system. Software cost. Even though the Windows have software games for free, most of the programs will cost more than $200. Here is the Windows architecture of kernel mode. On the picture we can see the HAL hardware abstraction layer, which is the first abstraction layer that abstracts the hardware details from the operating system. The operating system can then call the same API functions and the HAL takes care of how they are actually executed on the underlying hardware. Every driver that is loaded in the kernel mode uses HAL to interact with the hardware components, so even the drivers don't interact with hardware directly. The kernel drivers can interact with the hardware directly, but usually they don't need to, since they can use HAL API to execute some action. The references that was used to collect all the information on the slide. Thank you all for watching.